Hello everyone, welcome you all in the session of your admission of partnership. This is our second video in admission of partners. So before starting this video, I just recapitulate the things whatever we covered till now in this your admission of partnership. First video we covered some of the things like first we understand what are the adjustment required once new partners enters. For that we just understand the basic for sacrifice ratio because there would be a change in NPSR, so that's why. Then goodwill in the context of in the return of that sacrifice ratio, whatever share sacrificed by the existing partners to the new partners, in the return for that goodwill is required, so that's why goodwill treatment we have to understand. Then a revaluation of assets and liabilities there, so that's why we have to understand revaluation of assets and liability. Then treatment of reserves are there because once that partners enters, automatically there would be some change, so that change we have to adjust, means we have to adjust the old reserves between existing partners. Then last topic is most important, that is your adjustment of capital if specified. So these things we discussed. Then we just understand the calculation of sacrifice ratio. How could you calculate old minus new ratio? If there is a change, that is called sacrifice, might be that is called gain, but in the context of retirement or death it is called gain. So but it doesn't mean that a gain cannot comes over here. It can come if your old ratio is lower, new ratio is higher. Okay, if change is there, so basically that change is called sacrifice. So any change comes in negative form, means your old ratio is less, new ratio is higher, so automatically it is called gain. Otherwise normally in the context of it is always and always sacrifice. Next we just understood the basic for your treatment of goodwill. This is most important in your partnership, treatment of goodwill in the case of admission of partnership. And this was that once that person is paying or making any payment of existing partners, because that partner is getting shares from your side, so that's why he has to pay in return for that. That payment is known as goodwill. We have to treat that goodwill in the books of accounts. Now what kind of treatments are required, that depends on the mode of payment, what kind of payment and how that payment is made, means the share of goodwill. First is, if it is paid privately, then there would be no entry, then goodwill brought in cash. If cash comes, it is called premium for goodwill, so that's why first entry comes cash account debit to premium for goodwill. And that premium all in all relates to your existing partners because they are sacrificing their profit share, so that's why that partners, your premium for goodwill that goes to in the kit of in the pocket of your sacrifice partners, entry come premium for goodwill account to sacrifice partners capital account and sacrifice ratio, means whatever we are sacrificing in the ratio of sacrifice ratio, in the same way we are getting the share of goodwill, so that's why sacrifice ratio comes over here. Then if we withdraw that shares, so entry comes sacrifice partners capital account debit to cash or bank, because your capital account goes down. Goodwill not brought in cash, this was the point, I think. If that partner doesn't bring his share of goodwill in cash, then what we have to do, we can adjust that shares either in his capital account or current account. This will see in next, once we are doing the practical questions of this. So entry comes new partners capital account or current account debit to sacrifice partners capital account, means if he brings cash, entry comes cash account debit to bank. If he doesn't bring cash, then entry comes new partners capital to old partners. So if you see entry basic all in all, if we check that admission of partnerships, treatment of goodwill is quite easy, that only 3 entries are there. One is, if he brings cash, entry comes cash to premium, then premium distributed in between sacrifice partners capital account and sacrifice ratio. If he doesn't bring cash, then entry comes new partners capital account to sacrifice partners capital account. Next is goodwill brought in kind. This we'll discuss later. Before moving to next, first we discussed whatever we discussed means your sacrifice ratio and treatment of goodwill. First we complete those two topics, then we move to further. Okay, let's start. So these are the basics of your ratio. They can ask you calculate new profit sharing ratio. They can ask you calculate sacrifice ratio. What's the difference between your old and new? So we have to understand what we have to calculate first. A and B were partners sharing PSR in the ratio of 3:2. They admitted C and D as the new partners. A surrender 1/3 of his share. Means what this surrender words suggesting that it means A is sacrificing 1/3 of his share. Whatever A is having right now means 3/5. His share is 3/5. Out of that 3/5, 1/3 of this shares he sacrificed to C. C is your new partners. And B surrender 1/4 of his share. It means B is sacrificing how much share? 1/4. Calculate new profit sharing ratio of A, B, C and D. So let's understand first. We know that A is carrying how much share? 3/5. So this is total share of A. How much he is surrendering? He is surrendering 1/3 of his share in favor of C. Means he is sacrificing 1/3 of share. So once we calculate 3/5, 1/3 of means multiply. Once we multiply this, it means it comes 1/5. It means 1/5 share he is sacrificing. Okay. So what we have to calculate now? We have to calculate A's share of profit in new form. So we understand how. First we did sacrifice ratio. Sacrifice ratio was old ratio minus new ratio. It means here they ask you for new ratio. So how could you calculate? Share of A means old partners. You can understand share of A, old partners, 3/5. We know that his old share of A is 3/5. How much he sacrificed to C? 3/15. So it means before entering C, his share was 3/5. 3/15 he sacrificed to that particular partners means C. So how much share he left with? 6/15. This is called his new ratio. Got it? If they ask you sacrifice ratio, what do you have to do? You just deduct old minus new, it comes sacrifice. But if they ask for new, what do you have to do? Old minus sacrifice. Okay. Same way, B surrender 1/4 of his share. How much B shares? Earlier once before admitting C, 2/5. How much he sacrificed? 1/4 of his D. Multiply 1/4, it comes 2/20. 2/5. This was his old share, 2/5. You can see. Minus how much he sacrificed to C, 2/20. Once you deduct, it comes new share. Okay. This is new share. So you can understand this is your new share. So at last we know B surrender 1/4 of his share in favor of D. Sorry, B surrender the same share to D. So this is called 3/15. This is sacrificed by A to. This is sacrificed by A to whom? D. So that's why this share goes to D in the kit of D. So it means this move to D. C and 3/15 this moves to C and this shares 1 by 10, or you can say 2 by 20. This moves to this moves to D. So once you calculate new profit sharing ratio of all, and one thing more that you have to understand, once you're calculating any kind of ratio, you have to check the denominator. Highest denominator you can check. Let's say denominator in this 15, this is 20. So what you can do, make the denominator equal for all. Once you make it as 20, automatically it comes your ratio 24, 18, 12 or 66. Means 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is the calculation of sacrifice. I repeat the things. First is, if you ask for calculation of sacrifice ratio, what do you have to do? Simply you have to deduct your new ratio from old. Difference comes in positive form, that would be your sacrifice. Otherwise, if they ask you calculate new ratio, what do you have to do? Old share minus sacrifice. This would be the sacrifice. 3 by 15 sacrificed from A to C. B surrenders 2 by 20 to D. So it means A is sacrificing his share 315, that goes to C. B is sacrificing 220 from his share, that goes to D. So it means whatever A is giving to C, C is receiving. So that's why it comes his new share. Whatever B is giving to D, it comes new share of D. So once we make a ratio, it comes 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope you understood. So same in the next ratio, next calculation, or next your illustration, we can see K, L and M are partners sharing PSR in the ratio of 3 to 1. They admit N for 1/6 share. So new partners enter. M would retain his original shares. So you have to just understand the questions. It means there is no change in the share of M. It means all in all, what they are suggesting, the shares that is sacrificed by KL, L, not by M. Okay, this we have to understand. So let's start understanding or getting this illustration here. Let the total share 1, share of M and N, 1 plus 1/6 equal to 1 by 3, M and N. Remaining share, it comes 2 by 3, because once we deduct that share, you can understand they admit N for 1/6 share. So N is enter. It means there would be no change in M. So all in all, it means this share 1 by 6, that carries the same ratio 1 by 6. 1 by 6 M share would be in your old ratio. So same, that person stands in the same form in new partnership form. So it means 1 by 6 we have to give to M, 1 by 6 we have to give to N, and 1 by 6 we have to keep it as good as earlier, same. So it comes 1 by 3. So remaining share is 1. 1 we deduct that 1 by 6 minus 1 by 6, you can say 1 by 3, it comes 2 by 3. So shares of K and L are calculated by dividing the remaining share in the future profit ratio. So K is new share, it comes 3 by 5 of 2 by 3. This is the remaining share. This is the remaining share. By this multiplying the share of K and L, you can get the share of K and L new share. Means 2 by 3, that now relates to only and only K and L, because we have deducted the share of M, we have deducted the share of N. Now this shares which is left with that firm, that is only and only for K and L. So you can calculate the share of that by multiplying that, and this way you can understand the new ratio of K, L, M and N. So this is the way you can understand the sacrifice ratio. So it depends on the question, how question comes, what is the statement, how it mentions. So according to that, you have to just calculate the. Otherwise, sometimes we feel that there are number of methods to calculate. There is no method. It depends on the information what is given. So according to that, you have to understand, you have to calculate the ratio. So I hope you understood the things. Still you have any query, you can ask in the comment section. So stay tuned for next till now.